Hello everyone, Ted the old Star Wars nerd here. I hope you're doing well, and I want to thank you for joining me today as we're going to read more Star Wars comics. Alright, this is The Sound of Metal, Darth Vader number 13, and it is, I forget which number it is. It is the 9th comic in the War of the Bounty Hunter story arc. So the last one before this was Star Wars 14, Save Solo. This is Darth Vader 13, The Sound of Metal. So I got it queued up over here. So let's just get going, okay? The Sound of Metal. Darth Vader is restored. After Exegol, Vader begins to comprehend the full scope and might of the Emperor's power. He must kneel before his master once more. But Vader's son is a threat to his position. Luke Skywalker must die. Now, Darth Vader and Ochi travel to Baku, to the Hutt's lair to pick up Luke's trail, a trail that begins by finding Han Solo. Dun dun. So yeah, if you'd read the Vader comics previous to this, the Emperor had put Vader through some trials and tests and basically really tore him up and beat him down, but Vader was able to come through and pass all the tests and survive. And that was one of the comics where you saw that disembodied hand that made the big uproar a month or so ago. And yeah, there you go. All right. Continuing. You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. So many Jedi tricks, but I see now, old man. You were talking about my son, your hope. No! Yes, he would be a great asset. Hurrah! And big fight at Bespin in Cloud City. I see everything now. All your eyes. Turn from me to him. Ah, yes, Administrator Moore. Finally. You think you see my end. Vader will learn his place. Ha 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 ha! But I endured the trial, and now I am more powerful than you could ever imagine. Grah! I will find your hope, and I will kill it. Outer Realm, the lair of Boku the Hutt. Ha ha! You see, Boku? If you won't deal with Lord Vader deals with you. Yeah. Nice. Ah, Lord Vader, my apologies for not recognizing where is Solo. I don't know. I already told Ochi Boba Fett lost him. So Jabba must be looking for him. Who's he put on the job? All translated from Huttese. Jabba leads the Hutt Council. You're asking me to betray my own people. Come on, young brood. You're supposed to be a gangster. Aren't you ready to stab that slug in the face and take over that council yourself? Well, Jabba put out a bounty. We've been tracking the hunters who bit. Most headed for Fett's last known location, but a crew of droids took off in a different direction. Where? Oh, I'll tell you, but it's deep in the heart of Hutt space. If you show up in an Imperial shuttle, they'll scatter like warts on a hot pan. But if we took my barge... Ha ha! Sounds like Boku wants to deal after all. What's your will, my lord? It is my honor merely to serve, Lord Vader. But at your leisure, perhaps we could discuss what recompense I might... Silence. You will be rewarded for your services. Thank you, Lord Vader. Hutt Barge, identify yourself. This is Nav Droid GAT-62 in service of Boku the Hutt. Sending certification now. Received and approved. Proceed. Ochi, can Vader be trusted? He's never lied to me. But he's a Sith. There is that. But you're a Hutt. You should know how this works. There's no safe haven anywhere. You just find the biggest monster to stand behind until you're a big enough monster to... And here we are. Z9, City 7, a droid-run pirate repair and data hub. Where's our target? The droid crush parked their ship next to the big antenna, the main comm building. Wait, the droid crush? Those chumps don't know what they're in for. What are they up to? I'm picking up a lot of buzz. They're slicing signals looking for any sign of Solo, but I can't unscramble any of the data they're receiving. Then we'll ask them in person. Once we make sure they stay put. Batoom, batoom, hey! Scrack, ah! What the? Gak, 6-2, what's going on? Ochi, come in. Do you read? You're going to... Crash. Crashy. Crash. What happened? As far as I can tell, a slicer just shut down their engines. But Imperial shuttles have the most secure systems I know of. I can't imagine how. Ochi, you worm! Ha! It really is the crush, or what's left of you. You're working for Vader now? Feed, 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 feed. Bazam! You losers blew your chance to kill him on Mustafar, so I picked the winning side. Poor Ochi. Bracka, 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 bracka. You picked wrong. Ochi, do you read? Your opponent is IG-88, a Holo One Laboratories fillet droid armed with pulse cannons, concussion disc, vibroblades, and a DAS 430 neural inhibitor. And a double-pronged Gatling armor piercer. Ah, yes. I'll add that to my databank. Thanks so much. Ah. Nice. Scrack, crack. Reports indicate you recently suffered structural compromise, Lord Vader. I am envisioning an enjoyable outcome to this encounter. You cannot defeat me, droid. A statement of opinion, but as a matter of fact, your mechanics were wrecked by your own master, and I remain undamaged in this melee. You continue to function only because you have information I require. Lay down your weapons. I am not currently in your employ, Lord Vader. You will only access the information I possess by downloading it from my severed head. So be it. Scrack, crack, 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 crack. Cruise. Ah! Cut his hand off. Click. Skirt. Arr! What the hell happened? Oh, I see. His hand grabbed Vader by the throat. Don't know how, but it did. So, okay. Oh, he's got a remote there in his hand. I see. So he remote controls his arm? Whatever. Okay. And why would you just happen to have a remote control for your arm? Whatever. Okay. Perhaps you recall my mention of an enjoyable outcome. What the? Bracka, 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 bracka. Your master's mechanical parts are more sound than I had been led to expect, Ochi of Bastoon. But now I control them. Huh? That's impossible. Vader's armor should be more impervious to slicing than that Imperial shuttle. And yet, I propose a revised scenario, Lord Vader, in which I take your head. Oh, this ought to be good. Shall we commence an aerial bombardment, sir? Oh, well, that does sound like the thing to do, doesn't it? Let's get right on that. Eventually. Who gave you the code to breach my armor? The terms of my employment prevent me from sharing that information. I can only say that as long as I hold this controller. Oh yeah, and just hold it out to the guy with the force so he can just rip it out of your hand. Oh, of course. Yep, scrank. Ah, Well, click. This is less enjoyable. Raccoon. Droid down. Go, 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 go. Vroom. Fire. They're all bunched together now. I can't fire. Raccoon. Yeah. And Vader repels it all with the Force and his lightsaber. Alright, enough fun, you bolt buckets. Where's Solo? Haha, kill you next time, Mochi. Bazam bam! I can't criffing wait. Come on, my lord, we can catch up with them. You just gotta rebuild that shuttle wing. Ting! Or, yeah, we can do this. Hey, the droid who used to have that hand, what terminal was he using? Oh my. Right over there, sir. Bleep. Welcome back, flute droid IG-88. There's just the dead ends he was chasing. Absolutely nothing about Solo's current... Wait a minute. Isn't that... Crimson Dawn? Brilliantly executed, my lord. I'm so pleased to have been able to play a small role in assisting such a magnificent... You planned to betray me from the beginning, Lord Vader. And yet here you are, when you could have run away. What have you learned? You cannot be defeated. Haha, good answer. Yes, the only answer. Coruscant. So you failed. You claimed he was structurally compromised. I said he was vulnerable, and I gave you everything you needed to exploit that vulnerability. But there are still so many who must learn it. He remains too strong. I am terminating your agreement. Our agreement. Fool, no one can defeat him. Exactly. Against him, each of us is nothing. But he could grow more powerful than the Emperor and still only kill us one at a time. I am merely Administrator Moore, just another cipher in the dark, scorned and forgotten. But if all of us stand together, we will be more powerful than they could ever imagine. Next, the Umbaran's Court Unleashed. Dun dun dun. All right. Well, that was really cool. That was really cool. Looks like the next one here for me will be, let's see, what was that? That was Darth Vader number 13. Next is Dr. Aphra number 11. So, there we go. Dr. Aphra number 11 will be the next one right here. It says, Aphra and Sana must escape the luxury cruise from hell, and the bounty hunter Dirge is after the same target as Aphra. Ooh, so tune in for that one. All right, very cool. Yep, next issue. Oh, that's Darth Vader's next issue. Okay. We'll get to that one later, maybe. So, anyway, that was really cool. I like that. Him fighting against IG-88, took his hand off and went and found out what's going on next. So, really cool. I'm liking that. So, IG-88 thought he was going to be able to take out Vader because he was supposedly compromised from his trials fighting through his trials of the Emperors that the Emperor put him through. So, yep. But Vader is too strong for him, of course. I saw one thing, and I believe it would be, true in the case if all this was real, whatever. But there was this one comic where they shut Vader's... Oh, yeah, it was in the book about Tarkin. Or what was that? I forget what it was. There was a comic or what? Anyway, Vader had asked Tarkin to hunt him. So Tarkin went out after Vader and had been hunting him for the longest time, kind of, testing him. And Tarkin almost eventually beat him. He got him to the very end, beat Vader down, all the way down. He was almost beaten. And Tarkin was able to come up with a device that would shut down all the power to Vader's suit, just shut it completely down and make it a dead suit. So he did that. and Vader fell down. But then he got up and he started powering the suit through the Force. So Vader used his dark side hatred to use the Force to power his suit. And so he's unstoppable. His hatred makes him unstoppable. His hatred and his anger. You cannot stop Vader. So anyway, that was a good comic. Looking forward to some more. Come back next time and we'll read the Dr. Aphra comic, all right? Looking forward to that. So I am Ted, the old Star Wars nerd. Please leave a comment below. Click like button. Click subscribe button. Click that bell for notifications if you would, please. I would appreciate it. And I hope to see you again then. Thanks. Take care.